Hello, everybody, and welcome back. And this is a question I think everybody, we all need to know, because there is a war going on. Actually, there are multiple wars, and we don't like to be told that. Let's just say, because I understand, including me, we all like to everything to run fluently and smoothly and be very peaceful. Unfortunately, there are plenty of entities and beings among us that, frankly, do not have a mutual perspectives. Let's just say, and but we know that there is this huge war for power, and we do not know who's gonna win. And it's like, first of all, like, what? It just like, what? Maybe not like. There's just like this seems to be this. There are all sorts of wars going on here, but we don't know exactly what it's really about, because it's like, oh, it's about these issues, it's about these social issues, and it's about the the leatherheads. It's about the uh, the the uh, the high and mighties. It's all about them. It's the very us versus them. It's like, well, first of all, that could be it, but we need to know if that's what it's really about. And for this, since it's a very worldly thing, I am going to have to be. We need to. I'll be using a different deck. Normally, I use Normally I use my Archangel decks, but nowadays I'm trying with worldly kind of topics and stuff that's a bit more personal. I think it should be a bit more on topic for us to do more something like Quantum Tarot. It's but I don't know why I said that, but so just leave in the comments, how do you like these readings? Do you like them at all? And hope I hope this is all very useful information as well. And yeah, I really let's see what this is all about. Two of Swords, One of Swords, the King of... Oh, actually, not Swords, Wands. Two of Wands, One of Wands, King of Stars. I believe that's what this... Oh. And Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Oh, jeez. $21. Wow. So obviously, what's going on here there's this huge clash for just this, oh man, there's this huge clash for power. Of course that's blatant, but the thing is that of that's exactly what's going on here, and that's why they say that's why there's like this huge fight for this new kind of stuff. I don't want to say it, but but we're in the midst right here of worldly change. Well, I wouldn't say change. It hasn't changed yet. It's more like of an instigation, especially with these cards, the wands cards here. There's a huge instigation, and with two worlds massively clashing against each other, and I'm seeing that there's okay. This war is seriously about just worldly let's it's all about worldly I don't like this word, but it's like control. And of course, and now I'm saying, well, of course it is, and this, that, and the other. Yes, but the thing is that here these are coming from people who come from like these like who see themselves as gods, and they always put themselves on a high pedestal so that way they can be touched, and only you are the ones to do as what they say is this rules for me but not for me sort of things. And that's basically what a lot of kings and royalty and gods are. But it's about, I'm starting to see that this is about kind of like a I'm actually seeing a lot of things implying that there's actually an inner, and kind of like an inner how should I say this? I don't want to say anything like that's too obscure, but I think that there's a second, or like, oh man, I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of bloodshed going on here in terms of information and what we can see and what we can't, and not just through that, but this huge sort of fight for some kind of monarchy, and that is scary. Monarchies are not good at all, and I don't mean like just like a monarchy of a country. No, this is a world monarchy, and people and they're doing this a lot by killing off the poor and basically rewarding the ones who obey. but a lot of these people have to, and even the audience members, even you audience, have to understand that everyone plays a role. They need to play these games with you and keep you into a tizzy, because that's when you rely on them the most. That's what they want. It's a war. I would say a lot of stuff is a has a wars and any kind of leadership is all about. These are not true leaders, but I mean, like a lot of stuff is all about. It's about finding some sort of like a comfort. But the thing is that here their comfort is not in their comfort is not what their their comfort is not your comfort. They'll say that it is, but obviously it isn't. They're actually seeing you with the eight and seven of swords. They're actually seeing you like this they actually want to see. I don't like these things. But a lot of these people, they really want to see you gone, to put it in best words. And it's all about just trying to God, what we need more information. We need more information. How do we deal with this, really? Because I mean, this is really dark. This is really dark, and it's very not. It's actually kind of scary. I mean, that. And I'm not telling anyone to panic here. This is not. I'm not trying to say, oh, the world's gonna end and all this. Oh, no. I'm showing you what's. I'm just reading what's going on, and here again, this is like for entertainment purposes only. But it's always good to know what possibly that these can actually happen. Surrender to the sweetness. Starkeeper. We the Hathors. Water your garden. And wait. This war is not just, it goes beyond than what we just actually seeing what's being promoted. This is a war not just between like, the high and mighties and the average person. This is a war between. You got this is a very spiritual and or even belief kind of war, but a huge it is a spiritual war. This has to, and that's exactly what the high and mighties are trying to do here. They're trying to break your spirit in order to so that way you don't have any form of belief. You think all is hopeless. Just know it is not. It is not hopeless. It is not hopeless at all. what you're going through. They will, as in, I'm starting to see that we're the ones, the people who people channels like akin to mine, the people, the counterculture, the ones who are not on the side of that. I don't want to put. I'm not trying to. Please don't make this political, because this is not a political thing. However, because I mean, like, this has a lot to do with a society as a whole. Now, some people might use that for like as a political commentary. I'm not a political commentator. I'm just a reader. But who's gonna win? It's not. It's most definitely not going to be them. They're just grasping for straws, and trying to break your spirits. And they need to feed you this. It seems to me that it's funny how I'm starting to see, like, how it says surrender to the sweetness, which believe it or not, makes a lot sense, because they're trying to make everything into chaos. And so what do you and they don't want you to be happy. They say, "Oh, you will own nothing and be happy." No, 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 no. That's not the case. They want you to surrender to them. And that's what it's about. As I said in the previous video, they don't like you. They don't like you. I might have said that, but they're threatened by you. So just start making things happen for yourself. You need you're all in I understand. We're all scared. In some way, at some level, but because we don't know what's going to happen. But do you know what? I know what will not happen, and that's these people. Well, not even they go beyond people. It's like, ugh. The leatherheads are just like grasping for straws, and they're threatened by peace. Isn't that funny though? How people seem to be threatened by the stuff that they promote. Okay, then just like don't promote it, or don't say that don't hide behind it. Then don't say that you're for this, but then once that stuff is being practiced, but whether if it's influenced by you or influenced by someone, and I'm talking generally speaking here. Don't come around and scoff at people and try to be angry and hate them that they're doing what you're doing. It's because it's like saying, well, I mean, like, it's like someone saying, oh, well, I want to set the example, and I want to be a good example of this and that and the other, but I don't want to however, I don't want them to do what I do. Then you can't be an example and then not people follow the example. You know what I mean? These people, and when there's also a lot of insanity going on, because nobody knows I can't say nobody knows what's going on. A lot of people know what's going on, but a lot of people are in denial on it, because they take this personal. They take this as like a personal threat. and their side, it's like, oh well, if you say something I don't like, if you then you're personally attacking on me, and that's exactly what it is. It's a war for it's a war for your mind, not just your spirit, but your mind as well. The the leatherheads, the high and mighties want the thing between your ears, because that's the thing that gives them the green. That's the thing that gives them the power. If once they control your once they have your attention, they can control your mind through this, and you will think that they are this, that, or the other. They are gods, which they're not. They want you to think that they are. Nothing, and no one is untouchable. And that's what they, deep down inside, they absolutely know that. They absolutely know that they're touchable, that they're vulnerable. Of course they do. Otherwise, why would they feel that the need to do whatever they do whatever it is they can to so that way you don't resist, or don't think for yourself, or don't whatever. People prevent you from doing something so because that's what they're afraid of happening. And there are a lot of this is a war. This is not just a spiritual war. This is a mind war, and it is so freaking evident. So that's why I'm just saying, I understand people, and that's what people are. Why with what's going on with the economy and with the shutdowns, it's all to break your hearts. Yeah, well, not just your hearts, but your spirits and your minds. They want you to lose it. They want you to go absolutely batty, and a lot of people have. They want it that way. But do you know what? That's gonna come back to haunt them more than they realize. And I swear to God, it's awful. It's absolutely atrocious what they are doing. But right now it's really not pleasant. But the thing is that it's starting to not become. I have a feeling that it's gonna not be that pleasant for them either. So what? Yeah, awaken. Just like last time. Awaken. New chapter. Celebration. Unconditional love and strength. They're not. If you want a short answer, they're not going to succeed. The people will win. The people who are that you see the MSM scoff at, the ones who a lot of people will say that they wish they were dead. People also need to understand that with this stuff, with this stuff, I actually find it really interesting and actually very telling, because they tell us nowadays you need to wear a mask, right? You need to wear one. I'm not giving any health advice. That's not what this channel is for. However, that you can take that as literal, but there's also a figurative thing to that, because I mean, right now there are a lot of people who don't wear those things. It's because, and if you want to talk about the figurative sense, that means that you ain't got nothing to hide. It's like you're barefaced. You're exposed. And you're not scared. You're not this, and that's exactly what it is. The masks are coming off, and these people are wearing a mask, figuratively and literally. Just understand that whenever you see people like that, they are they're hiding something. They're not they're hide and they're hiding the fact that they're afraid. They're afraid of every of everything that's around them. But that's because they're like so unsure, and they're not strong. And I love how it's like the strength of the tiger here. Yeah, that's you, audience. Y'all are extremely strong. This side, that we'll just say that they're gonna win many battles, but they're not gonna win the war. These leatherheads, the high and mighties will not, because you're awakening, and and everybody is starting to realize what's going on in reality, and they don't like it one bit. They don't like you. They say that they do, but again, they're wearing a mask, and they've been wearing masks longer than you have. And I'm not talking about just recently. I'm talking about for like generations, possibly hundreds, if not thousands of years. That's because, wow. But no, we do have unconditional love for each other. Everyone is awakening, and we are trying to start new chapters with ourselves, because that's actually what they're afraid of. They need us. We don't need them. That's why so much of this is being forced, and they're starting to not just, so they have to try to break our spirits, and say that we need them. No, they need us. And a lot of people nowadays are just starting to realize that, and things are falling into place right now. It's going to be long. It's going to be dark. But you need but the what is it? The night is darkest just before the dawn. There's going to be a lot of havoc. But if you stay strong, everybody, and you know deep down inside that anybody who's saying that you're a CT, you're this person who spouts off this bombastic, crazy stuff. It does sound crazy on the surface because, I mean, it needs to be advertised as crazy. They need people to be lied to. They need people to be poisoned. And the thing is that it's just nothing but utter projection. People are gonna say, because toxic people are gonna call you toxic. Of course it is, because that's all they see. That's all their DNA is just toxicity. Toxic people will call you toxic. They will project. And so these people are going to say you're this, even though they are not doing it. They are just spouting off whatever is being told, and I absolutely, if you've been called a zombie for having your own thoughts, I think that's absolutely hilarious. That's actually really, really ironic. But just understand now that you're on the right track. Yep. No, they're not going to succeed. They want you to break your mind, but please don't break. It's going to take a little while, but people always remember the victors. They remember the ones who rebelled. They do not remember they remember those, but they don't take kindly to those people. You're on the right side of history, and no, they're not going to win. You not to sound egotistical, but ours will. Souls like you, and but we have to keep helping each other out, and actually be doing good for others instead of just bagging on each other. I know that sounds like it's so cliche, but because it's like, and not because it sounds like some sort of like anti-bullying advocacy, but I'm just saying we need to realize that the people that you may not think that you never thought you never would have thought were essential in your life are, and the things and the others that you thought are not. And that's what this is about. In a way, in many ways, this is as I said, this is a war for your mind. Don't break. Don't break. And you're going to be ostracized and be labeled as all that because you're not breaking. But they really want you to. Which is totally unfortunate. But do you know what? Good on you. And keep at it. All right, thank you very much. Like this video, comment, and subscribe so the echoes expand.